Heidi ho, neighbors. It's International Master Danny Rensch here. We've been fishing for a while, taking a while to get somebody to bite on today's bait, right? Maybe I need to switch to a crank bait, or maybe a draw, maybe even a spoon. You didn't know I knew so much about fishing bait, did you? Bam, a little knowledge, a little surprise, right? Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I'm a little bit worried if he's going to make his move in Abort Town today. I'd also be lying if I didn't say that I wasn't wearing a shirt today in the office, but I can get away with that because I work on a chess site. Well, look at that. He must have known I dropped the no shirt line thinking I would probably be deleting this video. Well, now guess what? Now his secret's out. World knows. Danny shirtless. Okay, I don't go shirtless all the time. Just if you work out in the office, it's not that abnormal to just take off your shirt and complete your workday. You know, it happens. I'm not the only one who does it. I think it's interesting that I'm still talking about it. Well, but mainly because I can't quite seem to pick up the speed as far as what I should be talking about here. But okay, this is a live session of Bullet Brawl. In fact, hashtag Bullet Brawl. You can search the hashtag on Twitter. And it is game time right now. We are playing a dragon, a very sharp dragon, a Yugoslav attack dragon, 9 castles long variation, in case you're wondering. And things are about to get weird. Things are about to get real weird all up in this business. I'm expecting him to play a4. I'll probably take. No, he wants to play there first and then play a4. That also makes a wee bit of sense, actually. But I guess I'll take, maybe then take on d8. Ah, he sees that coming, so he takes first. Take. Now we're going to shake and bake, and I'm going to have to pick up the speed here, or something's going to go awry. I'm going to have to pick up the speed before it's too late, and I'm not really thrilled with my position currently, actually, to be totally honest and frank with you right now. I'm feeling like this might be a dragon gone wrong. I'm just playing random terrible moves because I'm under a boatload of time pressure. Well, that was weird. My opponent also playing random terrible moves. Oh, I thought maybe I could come down there. Give a little checkmate attack, but apparently, no, I was wrong about that. So let's go ahead and push the pawns, maybe offer a little queen trade. We're still surviving. Until we resign, we are not going to... Oh, well, he hung his queen, so that always helps. Thought he might play there. I'm going to push b6. The problem is I really don't have the time to commit the crime today. So I'm going to try to pre-move and just hope for the... Oh, I'm flagging. I'm going to move as fast as I can, and maybe I'll find a way to checkmate him. Oh, nope. I'm down way too much on time today. I don't know why I took so much time in that game. Huge upset. Huge upset. Well, we'll go ahead and rematch this guy because there were no other title player takers, and I'm upset that I lost my focus there with time because certainly was winning. I played queen g3 hoping that he hadn't played h4. I was flagging, so it was a roll of the dice, kids. But look at this. We're playing a dragon. Now I'll go ahead and return the favor. And I will play the dragon. Oh, well, that was weird. I will play the dragon from the reverse side. And this has become a little bit strange. A strange transposition into a line that is pretty well known, so... There my opponent's supposed to play queen a3. Now instead he's going to find himself in a big hurt. And maybe I can win this game and roll the dice at a split today. Or maybe take best 2 out of 3. Who knows if we're excited. If we get lucky. You never know what could happen here on the Bullet Brawl. That's why you keep coming. Because it's always a rumble in the jungle. I'm going to go ahead and try to target that c2 pawn. After all, it is isolated. I'm going to play c4, and then I'm going to play bishop e6 and target it that way. That's what's going to happen. Now he plays this move, rook to b1. He wants to play the move. He wants to have some sort of repeat, rinse and repeat like shampoo, and I'm not exactly sure I like this, so I'm going to go back up here and take h2. And a pawn is a pawn, no matter where you live, as they say. I've also heard the term a pawn is a pawn even in Africa. It all makes sense. But here I'm going to put the bishop on f4 and attack the rook and see where he wants to put the king. Oh, bishop f5 check was just winning the exchange, and he is thanking his lucky stars right now. that I didn't see that, and now things are getting weird. I'm definitely getting myself in a little bit of trouble here. Unnecessary trouble. Let's go ahead and kick the king out and then bring this guy up. Well, the only good thing is that the time so far is still okay for me. That's the only good thing. Really return the favor. I don't know how I got myself under such low time last game. That was really awkward, right? Well, let's run this thing back and give this guy hopefully what he deserves, and maybe we'll rinse and repeat this dragon again. I'll mix it up on him and see how well he knows the main line. We'll see how well he's prepared for the main line. I'm sure he is. Most dragon players are, but I'm going to mix up the move order and play a 10 h4 early, which is a fun move order, especially in Blitz. Really brings the pressure. You sack the h-pawn willingly so that you can take, play g4, and immediately get jiggy with it on the h-file. This position is good for white even if it wasn't Blitz, I'm pretty sure. But actually that sack might not have been my best thing to allow. I sort of forget, actually. But, of course, he should have played queen takes a2 instead of queen takes c3. Because he allows this combinacion, and the game is essentially over. He was supposed to play queen takes a2. We'll back up and look at it real quick, give you guys some little education, like Chicken Little. He goes ahead and calls it. We'll go ahead and back it up and show you what I was talking about. I think if he plays queen takes a2 here, might actually be still something to play for here. If queen takes a2, how exactly am I supposed to undermine the h-file? A couple ideas, including the straightforward bishop g5, actually. The problem, okay, with those kind of lines is something like if queen a2, bishop g5, you can never underestimate on the white side of a Yugoslav attack the lack of potency that your attack possesses if you give up the dark squared bishop for anybody but this bishop. So that's a little knowledge. If he puts the rook on c8, for example, and I take, and take with check, and he moves, what exactly is the follow-up? In this case, I have at least a draw, because check king e8 is met by sacrificing the queen and mate, which is kind of sassy, if you ask me. But maybe he just plays bishop g7, so I don't have just a draw. So it's not so simple. You have to be very careful with lines like that. So it might be better to put a move like bishop to d4 on the situation, and if he plays rook to c8... Okay, well, one idea, actually, that I'm just forgetting about right now is the combination that occurs commonly when you have the g-pawn extended in a Dragon Yugoslav attack. The idea is e5. And okay, I'm kicking the knight, I'm getting checkmate, right? This check is nothing, by the way, I pop over. And if he takes, I have g5. So the point is not that I'm checkmating him, I'm fully aware that g5 allows knight h5, which is the reason I played it after e5 and not before e5, because now I win the d7 bishop. So okay, this position was winning, and even the exchange sack can't really hold it back. The correct approach against these early 10h4 lines are either assault this approach to shut down the attack, or to actually look for some sort of, I would say, hybrid ways to play the position. A lot of times the knight can come to a5 instead of e5 earlier, so that the bishop can be eliminated more quickly, and then you're not as worried about him taking, because you can take with the f-pawn. Other times they even play this awkward move rook e8, so that the bishop h6 move can be met by bishop h8. So those are some of the things to think about on today's Bullet Brawl. I don't know why I'm just in a teaching mode. Haven't done a lot of instructional videos lately on the main site. I know, stop yelling at me. We are in the middle of a lot of wonderful things over on Chess.com. A lot of wonderful things happening on Twitter. You can follow me there, and I will see you around at the big show. Chess.com, live chess arena. See you there, kids.